welcome to another video, and today, I'm reacting to My Life. I'm Rebecca, and I'm here with another video with
Tracy.
And yeah, as I told you, we're gonna be reacting to My Life. So yeah, just get right to the video. So yeah.
My little oodle lolly
Sorry guys.
had for the past lollies, Rebecca Parham here, and oh my gosh, I have to thank you all so much for 500,000 subscribers. You guys have helped make a dream I've had for the past 4 years a reality, and I really cannot show my gratitude enough. But I'm gonna try by making a video that has been requested a lot. This is my official Draw My Life. Well, it's gonna be a little bit of drawing and a little bit of animating, but we'll just call it a Draw My Life for simplicity. And just to clarify, this is gonna be a broad look at my life without going into too much detail, because I got a lot of stories that I want to make into future videos, and I wouldn't want to ruin them for you. Anyways, let's just jump on into the complicated mess that is my life. Here we go. The year was 1987 in the city of San Antonio, Texas. 2 Army veterans who already had a daughter, Rachel, were expecting another baby. My mom and dad had just started a business together as partners and even had 2 employees to think about. But as money is often tight in the first few years of any business, my dad stayed to run the new company, and my mom went out and got a real job to make ends meet. She worked with those big giant 80s computers that were the size of a room and had the mag tape drives and the big flashing buttons. Yeah, that was my mom, shoulder pads and all. Anyways, December 4th, 1987, at about 2:14 p.m., I made my grand entrance into this world. Very loudly. I didn't even need to be pinched or anything, I just came out screaming.
Cute baby.
So yeah, I have
think,
always been this
because
dramatic. I was taken home to our house in what was basically typical middle-class American suburbia. Neat little houses all in a row with front yards and tall wooden fences, lots of neighborhoods to play with, an elementary school I could walk to and from, and even a bully kid that lived up the street. The complete American childhood experience. For 6 years, it was just me and my sister. Then one day, Mom and Dad sat us down in the living room, showed us a kid's book about babies, and said that we were going to get a new baby brother or sister. Rachel and I secretly wanted a brother, and we ended up getting our wish, because soon after, my little brother David was born, and he completed the Parham 5. All throughout my childhood, I showed an interest in the creative arts. I'd put on plays in our living room for my parents, and I would cast myself as the star, and my sister as the support role, and our stuffed animals as all the other parts. I would use anything and everything I could get my hands on to build sets and props and costumes, and it was a really early lesson in resourcefulness and thinking outside the box. My family also loved music, and I took to singing very early on. I'd belt out any Disney song you did or didn't want to hear. But above all, I loved cartoons. I grew up on Disney movies and shows on Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. In fact, it was Nickelodeon showing the behind the scenes of their cartoon shows during commercial breaks that gave me the initial idea that I could maybe one day be an animator. A dream that I carried in the back of my mind for the majority of my life. But it would be many years before I acted on it. Around the time I was about to go into the 4th grade, the family business was really kicking off, and my mom went back to work full-time as my dad's business partner. They were moving the family business closer to the countryside of town, which meant we had to move too. And on top of all of this, my parents enrolled me and my siblings into a new private preparatory school. You know, the kind that offers better education.
Guys, I don't like private schools that much, cause like, it's not like, I don't really like private schools that much. Cause like it's not really that cool. Cause like if you like went to like a normal regular school, you like would like impress yourself and like make a lot of friends, and you wouldn't have to wear that much uniform. You know what I'm saying? At my school, it's Greenwood Elementary School. You don't have to make you don't have to wear uniforms, but you can if you want. You can if you want to. So. And then, of course, the teachers and the parents and the principal prefers that we mostly do using uniforms. But I literally almost every day don't. Tracy does. Don't you, Tracy?
Yeah, and it's annoying.
Oh yeah, let's finish watching this thing.
And you wear uniforms. The school was small, and I mean small. They had grades pre-K to 12, and there were maybe 200 students in all.
Sorry about that.
So that meant you stayed with the same general 15 people in your class every single year. The kids in my class, Well, they didn't like me. I mean, I was this really weird, dramatic kid coming into a class that already knew each other, so I was destined to be the oddball. But with how small the school was, it pretty much meant I was alone, and my personality changed because of that. I went from a happy, spontaneous, shamelessly creative kid to a shy, socially awkward, overly emotional weirdo. And that's a recipe for disaster when you throw puberty into the mix. Middle school's a tough gig for anybody at that age, and like many, it's when I developed major self-esteem and anxiety problems. I was bullied a lot, and the adults who ran the school didn't really do much to stop it. Oh, and there was this weird social pressure created by the staff and students to not pursue the arts as a career, particularly acting. It's kind of hard to explain, but the general consensus was that actors were horrible people, and wanting to be one made you horrible too. Yeah, I don't know, it was stupid. But being the compliant child I was, I gave up on my dreams of being a Broadway star and momentarily shifted gears into my marine biology phase. This was when I learned how to scuba dive. My mom got certified with me, and we still love diving to this day. Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, God rest his soul, was my hero in middle school, and I was also into a lot of other obscure nerdy things like Pokemon and video games. And while my classmates were watching grown-up shows like Dawson's Creek and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I was watching shows like Ed, Edd n Eddy, The Powerpuff Girls, Courage the Cowardly Dog, and Samurai Jack. Not to mention, I was one of maybe 5 plus-size kids in the whole school, and I believed that my worth as a person was directly connected to how I looked and what other people thought of my body. Well, it was going to be a demon that I'd have to fight for a long time, but...
Tracy, would you want somebody to make fun of you and how your body looks? Like, that's just stupid to me.
Yeah.
Tell me how that's... Don't you think it's kind of stupid?
Little bit, but no.
How? So like, you think? Wow, guys. So she's telling me that she thinks it's not stupid that they make fun of her hair, like fun of her looks and her in her body.
I don't care because what my mom says, and I should never get intimidated by what people say about me.
Yeah, but you're not the one who's being bullied. But wouldn't it be stupid to do that though?
Yeah.
Just to make fun of her weight, like. You don't have to worry about them, so they will just keep you back in life. Like, they'll just hold you back in life.
Don't worry, guys. I eventually won that war. So from grades 4 to 8, I was completely miserable at this prep school, but as I was going into my freshman year of high school in 2002, I had finally had enough, and I begged my parents to let me go to the local public school. This was the first time I ever experienced culture shock. I went from a heavily sheltered school environment of 15 people per grade to a school of over 2,000 students where I was periodically offered drugs and kids got drunk at parties every other weekend.
What?
Definitely not my thing. As hard as that first year was to adjust to, it was also the reawakening of my creativity. The school's curriculum required art credits, so I chose 2 old loves of mine, theater and choir. And for the first time in forever, I just realized that that's what I wrote into the script. Sorry. But like I said, for the first time in forever, I felt that joy, that passion, that spark for performing again. But as some of you may recall, my high school theater club was where I met my mentally unstable, vindictive theater teacher. There'll be more on her in a later video. The theater kids were kind of a rough group too, and though I was a contributing member of the club, I still didn't get along with most of them. So once again, I was the shy, socially awkward weirdo with no friends. But still, it was better than the prep school. It was also my sophomore year that I began drawing for the first time in years. I mostly drew cartoons I watched on TV and some bad costume designs for theater. Nothing I took too seriously, but it's worth noting. Now, by the time senior year rolled around, a certain event regarding my emotionally abusive theater teacher happened, and I finally decided that I'd had enough of her. In January 2006, I quit the club and dropped out of all of her classes. With theater club no longer a thing, I had more time to myself, and I spent a lot of it at home on the internet, where I dove headfirst into the marvelous world of fandom. And I was up for all of it. Fan art, fan fiction, cosplay, roleplay forums. And this was when I really began to draw, just buried my head in a sketchbook and a copy of Photoshop Element 6. I posted all my fan art to DeviantArt.com and reveled in the fun I was having. One day, while fiddling around on DeviantArt, I clicked on a random link that someone had posted, and it sent me to this strange new website called YouTube. After days of exploring this new wonderland, I made my first YouTube account under the
video, and I think you guys are gonna make me think that I'm annoying. But every time, sometimes, say I'm sad, I like watching YouTube videos to like cheer me up, because like there's like really a lot of funny and like cute and like mysterious stuff that's going on the internet somewhere. So YouTube like clearly cheers me up. And yeah, so just keep on watching.
Username Grizabella626 and posted mostly fan-made music videos about my favorite show at the time, Ed, Edd n Eddy. I'm pretty sure you can still find them floating around the internet. But eventually I had to put high school behind me and look forward to college. I got accepted into a local private university and chose to major in theater. I also joined choir for good measure. All the while, I was still drawing fan art and posting it to DeviantArt, and I was even starting to explore my own original ideas for cartoon shows. After a year in the theater department, I came to the cold realization that theater was probably not going to work out for me. So I talked to my parents about doing something different, and finally, someone suggested it. What about animation? My mom was on board, but my dad needed a little convincing that the talent was there, so I showed him a piece of fan art I had drawn of the grim adventures of Billy and Mandy, and that convinced my dad to send me to animation school. Mom looked around online for schools and found Ringling College of Art and Design on Pixar's website, though it's not there anymore. They took down their list of schools. We visited the campus, and I showed a Ringling advisor my portfolio, and oh boy, did she rip me a new one. I learned that I was going to have to make an entirely new, much better portfolio to even have a chance of getting in. So I went back to my university, dropped out of theater for the second time in my life, and took nothing but art classes for a semester. I built up a portfolio and sent it off to Ringling. A few months later, Mom and Dad called me in the middle of my painting class and with tears in their eyes told me that Ringling had called and I was accepted. In 2008, I moved to Sarasota, Florida and started my first year of computer animation school. I was in for a reality check because the first day of class, I was sitting next to a fellow freshman animation major and she started doodling Disney-quality drawings in her sketchbook. And I went back to my dorm room and called my mom in a mild panic, telling her I could not compete with these kids. But she and my dad encouraged me to keep going and do my best, and I made it through that first year pretty well. But the summer before my sophomore year, my grandmother died. She was basically another parent to me, having lived with our family for 12 years. It was a really bad loss for us. So I went into my sophomore year already an emotional wreck. To make matters worse, it was the first time we were working with the 3D animation software Maya, and I struggled very badly to learn it. I passed the first semester of sophomore year by the skin of my teeth, but the second semester, I failed my computer animation class, despite having given it everything I had. And with the way Ringling's curriculum was set up, it meant I was kicked out of the computer animation major entirely, and I had to wait half a year for a chance to get back in. This was the biggest failure I had ever faced before, and I felt completely worthless. But my parents believed in me, and they said I could stay enrolled and try again in half a year. So while waiting to get back into the computer animation major, I took classes towards my business minor. The business students and faculty were incredible.
As you can see, we have like 6 more minutes till this ends, but I just don't want to make it take so long. So guys, we're just gonna go to the home, and I hope you guys like this video, like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and I hope her life gets much more better, much more better, and yeah, pretty much, yeah. And so yeah, guys, hope you love this video. Like, comment, subscribe to also Ryanrighs. He has like pretty cool videos, and we're gonna be doing a face reveal at some time, but like it won't be like too soon. So yeah, I might do it, but like he might not. But anyways, yeah. Bye, guys. Bye. Tracy hadn't said anything in this video.
I showed you.
That's all she said. And I hope you guys love this video. Bye.
Bye.